A lot of people promise you big riches, and everyone loves the idea, don't they, of just taking your laptop and working from anywhere in the world on a beach in Bali and all that. That's what people sell you, but I'm under no illusions that's not the reality. The reality is hard work. The reality is consistency. The reality is staying in the game and showing up even when you don't want to. I know that, so I know this next 12 months is not necessarily going to be easy. So in this video, I'm going to talk about the businesses that I'm currently involved in, the things I've tried in the past, and the business ideas that I think I'm going to pursue for this challenge as a Gen Xer trying to make their way in the digital world in order to create a future for myself where I don't necessarily have to rely on jumping in the car or on the train to go physically to work. So if you're with me on this journey, thank you so much. If you get value from these videos, then just hit like and subscribe. It's going to help me grow my channel, which is one of the 3 pillars of the challenge that I'm looking at. So one is to see if I can crack this idea of building a YouTube channel with followers and then ultimately monetize that. And my understanding of how YouTube channels monetize is subscriber count and just basically adding value to your audience. So whilst my audience is predominantly you, the online explorer, the Generation X person that is looking to crack this idea of earning money and producing value and content that people want to pay for online. It's also for anyone else that's interested in this journey and doing likewise, no matter what your age. But predominantly, as a Gen X and myself, that's my target audience, if you like. So developing a YouTube channel is one of the pillars. The other 2 pillars are identifying a couple of businesses that are really light on inventory, light on involving anyone other than myself, and really big on leveraging technology and time. So in this video, I'm going to outline the 2 areas I think I'm going to have a crack at as part of this challenge. But the first thing to say is, I do have a day job. Currently, my day job is I'm a training consultant and executive coach. I've been doing that now on and off for the last 17 years or so. I used to have a military career. I joined the army when I was 16 back in 1987. I did 20 years service as a boy soldier. I had a great time, finished up as a commissioned major, but I left 17 years ago. So in that time, I've been working for myself and as a self-employed, if you like, and I've also been an employee. And throughout that time, I've used websites to advertise my services. So I'm not coming at this tech lark from a standing start. I have built websites, but the one thing in common is all those websites were built without code. And this website that you can see on the screen right now is built using a platform I'll introduce you to a little bit later on in this series of videos. But all this was done with very minimal technical know-how. All I had to learn was how to shoot a video like this. But if you've got a smartphone, you're well on your way. I had to learn how to make these logos, but that's using a software called Canva, which I'll talk about in another video. Very easy, really. And then just really kind of bolting this together. There's no code involved in any of this. It's what we call what you see is what you get type website builder. There should be no reason why anyone should shy away from building something like this. I basically took the format, I copied a website that I liked the look of and kind of built it by just mimicking what they did. You write a little bit of the copywriting and then you put it together. This is very easy, but this represents my offline business. But I am dabbling with how do we create online offerings through it. So I've built some online courses using this platform. Again, nice and easy, and I can break down the platform I use. But this is all about my day job, if you like, my proper job. This is about getting followers and potentially selling my services. My services are predominantly offline in person, but I use websites and some online courses to try and generate a community that ultimately would want to pay for my services in person. So that's my day job. But now let's talk about what I've done in the past about trying to crack this nut of digital online business, which a lot of people are talking about. A lot of people promise you big riches, and everyone loves the idea, don't they, of just taking your laptop and working from anywhere in the world on a beach in Bali and all that. That's what people sell you, but I'm under no illusions that's not the reality. The reality is hard work. The reality is consistency. The reality is staying in the game and showing up even when you don't want to. I know that. So I know this next 12 months is not necessarily going to be easy. I've had a go at doing something like this before. So here's a page on Amazon, and you can see a whole bunch of swimming goggles. I had a go at doing what we call Amazon FBA, fulfillment by Amazon. And this is where you source a product mainly from China. So you have an ISO container full of, in this case, goggles that then are listed on Amazon. And when somebody buys a set of goggles or whatever the item might be on Amazon, your goggles are kept in an Amazon warehouse, and Amazon take care of all the packaging and distribution. So you just need to get your product to an Amazon warehouse. In this case, it was an Amazon warehouse in America because that's the biggest Amazon market. And I had a go at building this business. Now, this represents a little bit of what I'm after. It was online. I could do it from my home. I could leverage other people's times and services to get the product in the hands of the user. And it was a lot of fun. I made a tiny bit of money using it, but I stopped that business because it became a little bit too involved. I had to negotiate stock within my Chinese suppliers. I had to make sure that stock was transported over to America and landed safely. I had to deal with refunds, I had to deal with customer queries and all those things which I think any business would have to do. But there were too many sort of moving parts, and there were too many physically moving parts in that process. But it taught me quite a bit about working on Amazon, which is the world's biggest marketplace. And that's for another video. So the point of telling you all this is the fact that I'm not coming from a standing start. I want to be completely transparent with you. I do have some tech skills. I know how to put a website together, but I want to teach you how to do that as well. And I don't want you to shy away from the fact that anyone can do it. But also don't want to give you the illusion that I've never considered a business like this before. The reason why I've never had it take off, because I don't think I've been at that stage of my life where perhaps I've got a bit of time to devote to it, but the incentive is now much greater for me because I want to think about my life beyond my 50s, and I want to be gainfully employed, but I want to be more employed on my terms than, say, jumping in a car to go traveling to work or jumping on the train. So good experience, but it doesn't fit what I'm trying to do right now. So what I want to do now is I want to leverage technology. I want to pursue some business models through technology and particularly online, but I also want it to be light on other people's involvement. I want it to be light on any inventory. I want to see if I can build purely digital businesses. So here's to the two ideas that I've got. The first idea is to do this idea of Kindle Direct Publishing. Now, if you go on Amazon, so let's just use an example. Let's go to puzzle books. Okay. I picked puzzle books for a reason. They're described as low to medium content books. And you can see there's loads of them. Sudoku puzzles, word search puzzles, whatever you got. If I do word search puzzle books, okay, here we have some results. Let's take this one here, this bestseller here. Word search 10,000 plus words. Now, the thing I want to show you here, and this relates to Kindle Direct Publishing, is if it's by Nova Puzzles Publishing, never heard of them, why would we have done? But if you scroll down the screen, you'll see something here. Product details, independently published, 8th of March, 2022. Now, what that means is there's somebody like you and I using Kindle Direct Publishing to make a puzzle book, upload it to Amazon, and then sell. Okay. So that person is just armed with a laptop, an idea, bit of software, puts together a book and sells it on Amazon. They've probably had to design the book cover. They've probably had to get some mock-ups of the actual books here. Okay. And all that is, I think, it's going to be very simple to do. Now, the trick will be how do you get people to buy it? And that's what I want to learn how to do. But things like these books are made by individuals like you and me, sat at home, uploading to Kindle. So there's no barrier to entry to create a purely digital business. So this book doesn't actually live in the physical world until somebody buys it on Amazon, and then Amazon will print and ship. And my understanding is that the author, the publisher, will get royalties from it. So this book is sold for £5.99. I'm guessing off the top of my head, the author, the publisher of this book, will probably get something in the region of £1.50 up to £2 in royalties, and that's it. Now, this is very scalable. You can make as many books as you like, particularly low content to medium content. So that's journals, logbooks, puzzle books, crosswords, all that kind of thing. We're not talking about novels here. And so I want to explore, how do we put these books together, and then how do we sell in volume? Okay. Now, purely digital, there's no inventory, and it's also hitting a marketplace that we're all very familiar with. So that satisfies that one of those second pillars of my challenge. Light on inventory, light on people involvement, heavy on technology. The other business I'm going to explore is this idea of, it's like drop shipping, but print on demand or on demand drop shipping. Now, what's drop shipping? Drop shipping, my understanding is that somebody buys an item via your website or via an online marketplace like eBay, Etsy, or Amazon. And when they buy it, much like Amazon taking care of the printing and the distribution of a Kindle Direct Publishing item, the drop shipping is somebody else fulfills the delivery and the manufacture of that good. So the goods aren't manufactured until somebody places an order. So again, light on inventory and leveraging other people's time. So the business idea I've got is to sell t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, mugs on a particular niche that I need to identify, either because I'm interested in it or there's a market for it. Now, this will involve me building a website and an e-commerce store, but it's nothing that I can't find out how to do, nothing I can't do on a laptop or PC at home. And the idea here is that through companies like this company here based in the UK called Incredible, as soon as somebody places an order for a t-shirt, that then tells Incredible to manufacture that t-shirt and then drop ship it or fulfill the order to the person that's placed the order. So I don't have to have a big warehouse full of t-shirts, don't have to fill my living room, my dining room with stock of t-shirts and just guessing which ones will be purchased. This is what we call print or manufacture on demand. So again, light on inventory, light on other people's time or leveraging other people's time, and leveraging technology. So they're two of the three pillars. And as I've said, I'm going to catalog this journey on my YouTube channel. Now, currently my YouTube channel is built up for my offline business, Peter Lewis Coaching. I'm going to pivot this to online explorers, and it's going to be dedicated to people like ourselves, Gen Xers, who are trying to crack this digital business space, if you like. So I hope that's useful. I want to be full transparent with you. I have a little bit of tech knowledge. I have an offline business and I've dabbled with making e-courses and things like that, but I've never really gone at a challenge with a deadline in mind, 12 months, to see which one of these businesses I can make work. So I'm going down the Kindle Direct Publishing route, and I'm also going down the drop shipping and print on demand t-shirt and garments route. And we'll test and we'll just catalog that journey through these videos, and hopefully I can share what I learn and you can learn along with me. So don't forget to hit like or subscribe of this video. It's really going to help me build that third pillar, which is this YouTube channel. And I'm looking forward to seeing you on the next one.